Hi there everybody, Heather here, getting you started with infographics and Canva. You can see I am on my iPad and I'm going to start by going to the folder where I have all the apps we're using in this course. And Canva is this blue one at the bottom with the big white C. Make sure you download that from the App Store if you haven't done it already. It is in fact free, although there are some in-app purchases, as you'll see once we launch it. When you launch it for the first time, it is likely going to ask you to set up an account. You are going to have to determine if you want to connect it to your school district account or your personal account. I don't think it matters either way. We are going to find as we go that getting certain templates and certain designs is going to, it's going to cost extra. But quite frankly, what I love about Canva is the ideas I get. So sometimes I go in here just to look for ideas of how to design something, and then I back out and go use a different tool to actually do it. But I get a lot of great ideas. So I want to start by showing you, the first thing I would do is go to the big blue button at the top, Create Design, and you're going to notice there's all sorts of different suggestions on the list. They're all based on size. So I'm going to scroll down and you're going to notice that they actually have an infographic size, and that's the one I'm going to select. It automatically puts me into this sort of workspace where you can see I have a bunch of tools down the left-hand side. I'm in templates, but I can upload items, I can go to photos, I can add different elements, text, video, camera roll. There's a ton. But if you start at templates, what is so great is you're going to notice that you can search for different templates, or there are actually educational infographic templates. There are process templates, business infographics, timeline infographics, you name it. So there are just a multitude of choices, which is really wonderful. And to get started with any one of these, all you would do is pick one up and move it over, or actually tap on it. So if I just tap on that first one, you're going to notice that it takes that and it puts everything here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I can't really pinch in Canva. I'm used to pinching to make things larger, but what I have to do is I have to go down here where you see it says 25%. And I tend to make things a little bit bigger because I can't see what I'm doing at that little size. So if I just up it to 50, now when I tap on things, I'm going to have the ability to make some changes. So I want you to find a template and just start playing around with Canva and see what is possible. Look at all the different templates. Look at the designs of infographics. How are they structured? How do they use color? How do they use text? The infographics should really tell a story. So as you start playing around, pick something that you love. Some of you love kayaking. Some of you love cooking. Some of you love your dog, Lucy. Nicole. Okay, so I'm going to pick cows, right? Because I live on a farm and cows are everywhere. And so, you know, what I can simply do is then begin to take these items out, and you're going to notice as soon as I tap on an item up at the very top, I have options. I can crop, I can flip items, I can delete items. So I'm going to get rid of that one, and instead I'm going to look for elements. I'm going to go down here on the left hand side and look for elements, because there's all sorts of other things that you can put in or search for. So before I actually get to elements, I'm going to try photos, and you're going to notice that I could just search for cows. I don't even have to have my own cow pictures, but you know I do. But I could just search cows and I can come up with all these photos. Now you'll notice as you put your finger on them, some of them say free, some of them say EDU, which means it's only with the EDU account, which I quite honestly cannot remember if I have or not. But I'll pick one up, and all I'm going to do is click it and drag it into place with, like I said, I'm going to click it and drag it into place and drop it where I want it. I can resize it with my grab bars. I can pick it up and move it, and I can do whatever I want to sort of stay in this. And it looks like I picked up a bunch of pictures, which I can just drop out if I need to. But you're going to notice that there is much that you can do with Canva. And I am going to warn you, this is a big, deep rabbit hole right here. We've talked about that all along. But once you get into the elements and the text, they have grids, they have shapes, they've got frames, stickers, and charts. You know, infographics, if you have data to share, infographics are a great way to explain numbers in visual ways so people understand them. My goodness, they have a whole section on the coronavirus. Maybe you want to make an infographic about the coronavirus. So this exercise for you with Canva, I have two objectives. Number one, I want to introduce you to this tool because it is a great tool that is pretty easy to use. And it is relatively quick startup. You guys are used to using other tools, so you're not going to have trouble with this. It also has an awful lot of resource in here, and the templates, in terms of making infographics and getting ideas, the templates are fantastic. So you're not starting from scratch building. You can get some really great ideas of how you can present information. So that's the only goal here, being introduced to Canva, playing around, trying to build something, and starting to think about you are going to have to make your own infographic. So start thinking about, my goodness, when it comes time to actually make the infographic that I'm going to turn in as my project, what kind of style am I going to use? What kind of structure am I going to give it? How am I going to organize to tell that visual story? The visual story of your passion project is actually what you're going to be building an infographic of. So try out Canva, play around, see all the templates, and have a good time, and beware the rabbit hole. That's all I'm going to say about Canva. Okay, bye-bye.